Well, hello. This is Denise Miller, your Leadership Lady Live, as you know, and we are here with the last post of 2024. We are completing our special goal setting acronym. And again, the S was for spiritual goals, which we covered 7 weeks ago. The P was for physical goals. The E was for emotional goals. The C was for career and calling goals. The I was for intellectual goals. The A was for accounts or financial goals. And now the L is for living with others, and those are our relationship goals. Now, a lot of times when we speak about relationships, we speak about the fact that somebody has a significant other, that they're in some kind of relationship with an individual. But we have more than just a significant other. And what about the people who are single and don't have a significant other? We still have relationships in our lives. We are daughters and sons, we are cousins, we are neighbors, we are coworkers, we are friends. We have all kinds of relationships. And what I'd like to ask you to do is to think into your relationships for a moment. You don't have to get it all done right now, but think about this. What relationships do you have that you wish were different? And how could you do something to make them different? Make them more of what you'd like them to be. Perhaps it's a neighbor. Some of us have neighbors that are a little crusty, a little difficult to deal with. Well, is there something that you can do to make that neighbor a little less crusty? Perhaps a hello, perhaps this holiday time to slide a card under their door, perhaps to offer to help them in some way if they're carrying a heavy bag to pick them up. I know I have one neighbor, he is absolutely wonderful. If he sees me in the street carrying anything, he just swoops by. He's like an eagle. He just swoops by and he grabs the bags out of my hand and he brings them upstairs to me and sets them in front of my door. And he's done this for months. I mean, he is so dear to me because he does that. Now, I'm not a crusty neighbor, but imagine if you did something like that for a neighbor that was a little crusty. Or perhaps on your block, there's someone who lives in a home on your block who doesn't speak to everyone else. You're reaching out and they're not responding. Begin to think about what you could do to engage them in some way. Think in terms of your coworkers. We all have that coworker. When we walk in and say good morning, they look at you and they say, "What's so good about it?" Well, that coworker, if they're not thinking anything's good about the morning, obviously something not good is going on in their lives. And think about what you might be able to do to make their work life easier so that they could be more pleasant. But what I'm asking you to do is think about goals, perhaps two goals across those areas, and just make sure, though, that the goals are SMART goals, as we've discussed, goals that are very specific, that are very measurable, that they're goals that you can actually achieve, that they're goals that are relevant to the situation, and they're goals that have a time limit set to them. Those things are very important. Now, I haven't spoken at all about significant others, but those relationships, of course, need goals. But before I go any further, I have not asked you to like and subscribe to the channel. So I'm asking you to please do that so that you can get great content. I already have next year's content laid out for you, and starting on Tuesday mornings, I will be dropping a YouTube video somewhere between 10 and 11 in the morning that you will be able to listen to every week. And so look forward. We're going to be speaking in January about leadership and communications tips that we can glean from the life of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. We celebrate his birthday in January. There's a lot that he can tell us. So be on the lookout for those videos for the month of January. And I'm not going to tell you what the other videos are, but I have videos set up for the entire year already. I'm so excited that I'll be able to share those videos with you because they'll be weekly. They'll be a little bit longer than the 2 minutes that I had been doing characteristically, and they'll be somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 to 8 minutes. But I promise you that it'll be content that you can put to good use. Now, back to the significant others. What do you need to do where those goals are concerned? Maybe everything is happy and you feel like Farrell is living in your relationship, singing that song. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe that's it, but maybe it's not. Maybe there could be a little bit more understanding extended. Maybe there needs to be confrontation. Remember, confrontation is not combat. So maybe there's a situation that needs to be confronted. And this can happen not only with your significant other, but with your children, with your parents, if you're an adult child and something's happening with your parents. So think about where you would like to set goals. And don't set goals in every area because you'll drive yourself nuts. But for the first month or so, just pick 2 areas where you want to set goals and set those goals. And if you'd like some help with setting those goals, then I really do encourage you to touch base with me. You can email me at askdenise@dlmstrategiesltd.com, or you can reach out in the comments, or you can get onto my website and ask me to connect with you and make an appointment to speak. My website is www.dlmstrategiesltd.com. It's in the comments. But again, I just want to wish you a very, very happy new year. I am looking forward to 2024. I hope that you are as well. We're going to make great strides and we're going to accomplish great things together. If you'd like to get onto my mailing list so that you can know the masterminds that I'm doing, and the first 2 Saturdays in January, I will be doing a goal setting and a vision declaration webinar so that you'll be able to set some goals and set some verbiage around them that you will be able to articulate clearly what your goals are and what your intentions are. And we're going to even talk a little bit about having one word for the year and what that means. Now, thanks so much for listening. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up or the heart, to like, to subscribe, to share with people who you know might be interested or can really use this content, and have a happy new year. It has been my pleasure to be able to talk with you throughout this year. Blessings to you and your family.